Aliens, it's confirmed. It's confirmed, guys. We have bodies. We are good to go. We are good to go. Right in here, this book predicted aliens would be here. Conspirators Hierarchy, the story of the Committee of 300. This book predicted the aliens would come, written decades ago, and right on cue, right on schedule. We are here, guys. We are here. Boy, what a time to be alive. Aliens are here. This book predicted it all, and you have to check it out. NASA will study UFOs using AI and crowdsourcing. So, amateur camera people, misinformation artists. Oops, did I say misinformation artists? Yeah, so this book, actually from a former MI6, the British intelligence officer, compiled decades and decades ago, mid-20th century, written about 30 or 40 years ago, and published, and predicted this very thing. One of the last things that societies will do here in this era, which he wrote about, was using alien extraterrestrial life to confuse the public, to really, at the end of the day, as a hypnotist would, start to see and start to gather how many people are in the tank, how many people are susceptible to the propaganda that we are putting out there to them, how many people are, can we give them anything and they'll take it hook, line, and sinker. Really, that's it at the end of the day. So NASA started to begin using artificial intelligence and citizen reporting. So like a misinformation artist, things like that. So that government can't stand misinformation when it comes from citizens, when it's things they don't like. But if they want to psyop you, if they want to confuse you, if they want to cause chaos, if they want to distract you, just like the Hunter Biden verdicts, the stuff that was coming out a couple months ago, well, they just took your attention and they just grabbed you by the nose and they just plunked it down right at the bottom of the sea, didn't they? For 5 days. The Navy, right away, knew the Titan submersible was at the bottom of the ocean, laying in pieces, which, hey, we neither can confirm nor deny that that's the case. We have no idea, right? But we're going to go off sources saying that the Navy knew right away that it imploded and it was laying at the bottom of the ocean. But what did the media do? What did they continue to do? What did the government do? Well, they let everyone go on a wild goose chase. They let people endanger themselves, spent probably hundreds of millions of dollars just across the globe, people sending aid, resources, divers, machinery to go and try to get, they only have 48 hours of oxygen left. That is an unbelievable example of distraction campaigns, of psychological operations to distract the public. And here we are with alien bodies, with NASA. We're going to study UFOs using AI and crowdsourcing and probably some modeling in there, right? Just hopefully don't use the same climate models, though. That's all I beg of them. So again, question everything with boldness. This is written about. One of the things that will be used to distract you and to cause chaos, but also to distract from what's actually going on in the world. From, we had a video the other day, if your COVID cash went where your Ukraine cash went. We just did the COVID, misappropriating billions of dollars, just like the PPP stuff. So the unemployment stuff can't find billions, just like the Pentagon can't audit billions, can't find billions of dollars there. And your COVID cash went right where the Ukraine cash went. Dare we say it went to the places it wasn't supposed to go? I mean, again, the politicians just voted down the amendment, I believe it was from Rand Paul a month or two ago, where they don't want the audit of where the cash went for Ukraine. So human beings, for some reason, adult human beings continually take this. They just talk about turning the other cheek. They turn the cheek like every day, like 10, 12, 100 times. And there's like, yep, our government's lying to us. Yep, these global organizations are lying to us. Yep, a president can't stand up. Yep, a president can't think straight. Yep, my governor is a moron. Like and on and on and on and on. These people are supposed to be servants, and they're supposed to work at the consent of the government. However, they don't do a thing for us. What are they doing for us? They're conducting the Smith-Moon Modernization Act, which B.J. Dichter talks about all the time, Michelle Weekly talking about these all the time. These are, which was 50, 60, 70 years ago, came about, but to enable propaganda from the U.S. government, and the Modernization Act was about 10 years ago. The Obama and Biden administration enabled the propagandists to then propagandize the American people. That was the modernizing of it. Well, we just want to not just propagandize the rest of the world, we want to do it to our own people as well. So that's why we have the article or the video we just did about CNN, right? The White House pressuring news execs to scrutinize. It's right on the first page, for crying out loud. But and that can be one of two things, like we said. It can be either them trying to skewer Obama or Biden and trying to get him out, or it can be, hey, they're just so brazen. They think you're so stupid that you won't even say anything. You won't do anything. You won't care. You're so wrapped up in the college football and fantasy sports and the Kardashians that it won't even matter. And they're probably right on both levels, and probably both things are happening. So this is why we have to stand diligent. This is why freedom, loving people, is like people that have self-respect for themselves and their family, for liberty, for property rights, for understanding that we are created by our Creator with unalienable rights. They are self-evident. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Period. These are rights we are given. Like, God didn't put you on earth just to work at the behest of Christine Lagarde or Joe Biden. You didn't come down as God's highest form of creation to be like, you know what? I think you're going to work under Joe Biden's watch. You're going to do whatever Christine Lagarde says or Augustus Carson's. I think not. Again, we let these stories, like the stories I talk to many people that I know that I'm close to, and Bitcoin's not going to work, Brandon. They're not going to let, government's not going to let it. That's a story you're telling yourself. That is a story you're telling yourself. In the world, in society, in money, everything is made up of psychological stories. And in stories we're telling ourselves, perception. And it's all an aggregation of perceptions. And if we tell ourselves something, then it's the case, right? It's the old, I think it's a Henry Ford quote, if we think we can't, we won't. And if we think we can, we will. That's it. That's it. So we have to come together at the end of the day. We have to come together in peace, prosperity, freedom, liberty, and justice for all. It's the only way out of this. It's the only way out of this. Otherwise, we are going to be in for a massive struggle. So beware of when you walk outside, be careful. You might have a UFO land on you. You never know. You might have an alien fall out of the sky, drop on you, right onto you. So you got to be careful. You got to be very careful. But don't worry, NASA will study these UFOs using AI and crowdsourcing. Well, again, what they aren't telling you, which again, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong. I don't claim to be right with all these things. My point in what I try to do with myself and sharing this out is there's a huge problem in society of questioning things, just questioning anything. We just take things hook, line, and sinker, and that's exactly what is going on here. They are trying to see and test people, self-selectors. Yes, I will take everything hook, line, and sinker. You have people like Anthony Pompliano going out there and oh my gosh, what a time to be alive. They found aliens and stuff like that. It's just rocket ship. It's just, what are we doing here, guys? We have people that are just taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker in all areas of life, right? Crypto bros, bro science guys, all the way to, the Paul Krugmans of the world, economists, academia, politicians, media, Hollywood, you name it, and everyone in between. It's really a mind-blowing time we live in. But do not go over the cliff with the rest of society. Do not. You get to stand firm in truth and objective truth and accept that. Do not go over the cliff with the rest of society. Please share this out. The algorithm hates truth. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. Trust, but verify. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. This is not financial advice, it's freedom advice.